What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Daga, and welcome to another Eagles Unleashed podcast, episode 68. We have two special guests today. Our good friend Stu Vision, and as well as Michael. You already know him from the one Skyboxx as well. I appreciate both coming in. How's everybody doing today, man?
Man, you know me. Not even trying to complain. If I was going to complain, it wouldn't be on here. It ain't going to do no good.
You ain't lying.
Facts. But yo, man, look, we have a lot to talk about today. So between talking about the Ravens game, that we just played a couple days ago, to the game that we're gonna be playing against the Patriots in a couple days, as well as a lot of news and rumors that's coming up as well. But the first thing that I want to hit on, all right, is this Hassan Reddick requested a trade from the Jets. All right. So I want to know your opinions. Is a yes or no for on Howie to go get him? Do you guys want him back, or do you even think there's a possibility of us, getting him back? You can go first, Michael.
I'm going to go with a no right now, because when you really look at what's going on with Hassan Reddick, if we didn't want to get rid of him, we wouldn't have got rid of him in the first place, and we wouldn't have went out there and did what we did and got Bryce Huff. Or like at the end of the day, why would we? It's just like doing this. It's like going to a girlfriend, breaking up with her, going to another girl, saying, that's not really cool. Let's go back to see if that relationship that was already severed we can rekindle it again. We ain't got time for all that.
Okay.
All right. I looked at it like, at first, I did not want to get rid of Reddick. I really would have wanted us to take the money that we added on to keep Sweat happy. I wish we would just gave that to Reddick, let Sweat go, and then we still could have signed Huff. But now at the same time, I look at it like, we younger, cheaper, and technically after this year, we only still got Sweat until the end of this year. So at this point, nah, man, ain't no point. It's no point. Like, if we already committed to getting younger on both sides of the ball, defense and offensively, why you going to sign somebody that's turning 30 and you got people that's under 25? No point.
I gotcha. But
what's good with you, Ready Red? I seen you, bro. What's going on, homie?
Look, I'm one of the guys that actually I would not mind him coming back, and the only reason why I say that is because we don't have nobody on this offensive line that, besides BG, that already has proven, that can get double-digit sacks consistently. Now, of course, we have BG that, he's a proven OG. He's proven that he can get a double-digit sacks, and he's a dog. On Sweat, he only got double-digit sacks once. Okay. Who else have double-digit? I think that's it. That the only. Oh, and we have Bryce Huff that, but I think he only got double-digit.
He only did it once too. That was just last year.
Yeah, that was just last year as well. So far in camp, he has not looked that impressive as well. Bryce Huff. So let me bring my boy over here. What's going on, Quasi?
Yo, what's up?
Quasi.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
What's good with you, bro?
Good. What's good? What you got?
Not much, man. Ready to talk some birds.
So I'll just recap real quick. So I was just asking them about the Hassan Reddick trade that he requested a trade, and if it's a yes or no for them, and how they feel about that. So I was just telling them right now as well that for me, I'll say yes, because we don't have nobody right now that is a proven commodity that can get a double-digit sacks. We have, of course, Sweat that got double-digit sacks, but he only done it once, which was 2 years ago. Same thing with BG. Same thing with Bryce Huff, which was last year, but was with the Jets on a less of a role, than what he's gonna get this year as well. So for me, it would definitely be a yes, only if we're actually gonna sign him long term as well. Like maybe another 3-year contract or something like that. And then not only that, he's gonna even be able to mentor more Nolan Smith. Especially I really do believe that Nolan Smith is gonna have a really big impact this year as well. So just imagining them two, I think it would be a great thing, especially since we need that edge rusher that I don't think we have right now. At least someone that's proven. What do you think about Hassan Reddick coming back, or do you even think there's a possibility of him coming back?
Well, first I want to say it's a disservice that we released him. We traded him, but at the same time, I feel like the caliber player Hassan Reddick is, it's a no brainer. Like I get it, you went with the younger pass rusher, but at the same time, like Hassan Reddick has showed you that he's reliable because he's done it on 4 different teams. So I'm ready to take a risk. I would have took a risk on Hassan Reddick just due to what he brings to our culture and on our defense. He was our go-to player on defense. And at the same time, we still got a lot of younger talent. At the same time, and we got to see what we got in Nolan Smith and all that. But at the same time, we still trying to get this chip. Why not bring one of the top 5 pass rushers back on your team, or at least you know what I'm saying? At least extend him for like a 2-year deal or 3-year deal. Like I'm willing to take a risk on him out of all the players, but I don't see us re-signing him. Just because like if it was to happen, it would have been done. But it's unfortunate, but at the same time, bro, like Hassan meant a lot. He meant a lot for this team, bro. Regardless of how anybody feel, like we don't beat San Francisco without him. So I'm happy we got Huff, but at the same time, he's not Hassan Reddick, and this is why I'm
Facts.
staying with it. So
Hold on. I got to about that what you just said. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take away from that play Hassan Reddick made in that game against San Francisco. But I still believe, even if Brock Purdy is healthy, I still believe we win that game.
yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
certainly.
It
I
might have been
certainly
a little
agree with that.
closer, but we
I
run.
certainly agree.
I still believe we win that game because I still believe we can get Purdy to make a few mistakes in that game to where we still win. But I'm not going to take it away. He did make it a whole lot easier.
A lot.
I will say that.
I'll throw one out there for you even more.
Yeah.
If Hassan, if that Super Bowl when we played the Chiefs, if we weren't playing on ice in the hockey rink, we'd won that Super Bowl on defense alone. That wouldn't even been a close game. Hassan Reddick would at least had a couple
I'm not
sacks.
kidding. We won by over 20 points.
Hold on, but then again, hold on. Then it just dawned on me. Even if Hassan Reddick didn't knock him out the game, did anybody forget that Ndamukong Suh knocked his backup out the game? So if that wasn't his backup getting knocked out, guess who would have been getting knocked up? It would have been Brock Purdy getting knocked out of the game. So either way, Brock Purdy wasn't going to finish the game healthy anyway. So
He probably would have been a little closer, but they weren't coming out. You weren't coming out there with a dub, not with that team, not that year. I'm sorry, Brock Purdy ain't getting you through that game, healthy or not that year.
no,
Maybe
he wasn't.
not that year, not 2022. No.
Yeah,
And then
I completely agree with that as well.
I hate the fact that people say that if Hassan Reddick doesn't make that play, well, if you don't decide to block one of the league's best pass rusher with your backup tight end who isn't a good pass blocker anyway, maybe you're not in that situation to begin with.
But you got to ask yourself,
That's on them.
when it comes down to that game was 31-7. 31-7, and you're talking about one play was going to turn the dynamics of that whole game. Nah.
Oh, now, Mike, I gotta say one quick thing, Mike. I'm really vibing with that picture behind you, bro. I'm really vibing with the picture behind you.
Yeah. You know who that is, though, right? You know who that is, right?
Is that Bar?
You know who that is?
That's Young Bob.
United States. No,
oh wow, yes, that's Young Barack.
Oh, Barack.
That's Young Barack. That's back. Hold on. That's back when he took that little trip where he was overseas, and you see him in that video. He was over there smoking. Yes.
My man painted it for me, y'all. I looked it up on the internet. He painted it. I was like, yo, that's the one I want. Yo, put some little colors in the background. He said,
that's fire, man.
What's up, bro?
Yeah. What up, Kev?
That's fire. That's fire. But yo, another thing, another news and rumors as well is that Judon from the Patriots, supposedly he wanted to be traded as well. Now if you say no to Hassan Reddick, any possibility there on Judon? Do you think actually it would be a good move for the Eagles to go on after Judon?
Yeah,
I
I think
wouldn't
that's
say no.
more likely to happen than Hassan Reddick.
If he's still having the same contract situations coming around the trade deadline, then yeah. Because here's the thing about it. If you do it at the trade deadline, at the end of the year, Sweat's going anyway. You can sign Judon to a 3-year deal.
Yep.
And you already know BG. We know this BG last year. So that's extra money, plus the money with Sweat, plus the money that the league gonna kick in from the new cap money that come in. So you'll have enough to sign Judon. And we got a couple other. Man, I think Milton Williams gonna get an extension.
Oh, I think so
we
too.
gotta see.
Milton Williams getting. I think. Yeah.
I agree.
I think that somebody. There was something that Fangio said. When Fangio said he really liked Milton, he tried to trade for Milton Williams last year when he was in Miami, but how we wouldn't trade for. If Fangio plans on being here as a D coordinator, he gonna want Milton Williams here. So Milton Williams gonna most likely get an extension sometime, either this year or before the end of next offseason. He gonna get a deal.
What were you saying, Quasi?
No, I was saying, have we touched on the preseason game yet so far?
No,
not yet.
We're gonna hit it next, and that's what we're gonna talk about actually right now too, man. So how do you guys feel, on going against the Ravens? We won 16-13. I saw a lot of bright spots, offensively and defensively. But let's hit on defense first. All right. How do you guys feel about the defense? How do you guys feel about Vic Fangio so far on that first game? And how do you guys feel about the linebackers, the linebacker core as well? But as a whole on the defense as well. You go first, Michael.
When it comes down to the linebackers, I'm not too big on Zach Braun. I'm really not too big on him right now.
Yeah, me too.
Who I do like, I like Jeremy Trotter Jr. I run with Jeremy Trotter Jr. And the one player that I've been holding on to him for the longest time. He's finally starting to show up on the pass defense. Is Nakobe Dean? He's finally
he impressed me. He impressed me.
He's starting to show up, and I was impressed with him. I was also impressed with Nolan Smith. Oh man, I wish Q would have got that pick. Ooh, if he'd have got that pick, I think that would have solidified him already. It would have cemented him into the lineup. But I'll have to say, with our draft picks really balled out. That's what really stood out for me with the most. All our draft picks balled out. Mm-hmm. That's what really stood out on the defensive side of the ball.
You can go ahead, Stu.
All right, for me, I have to go with you when you say you run it with Trot Jr. I wanted to hold off on that for a little bit, but watching him in that game and watching him actually read in the run defense, come downhill, attack the lineman, get off the block, make plays, to beat the block when you see there's a trap block coming, to beat that block, to force that lead blocker to stop the block so that another man can make the play. Things like that, making the play without even making the play. So I like what I seen from Trot. Q, I already knew what I was going to see from him. You're right. I wish he would have got that pick. I like a lot of what I seen from Keely Ringo. Keely Ringo, I said it, he should have got more run last year. He would be even better now. I'm really not, too worried about, certain guys not, performing as well right now. A lot of these guys, they first year in this defense, just getting here with Fangio, and we all still knocking some rust off. But yeah, the rookies, I'm liking what I see. And what I really need to see more of is I'm sorry, we might as well go ahead and say it. Mekhi Becton, he get ready to take that left guard, that right guard spot from Steen.
Oh yeah,
He about to take that.
Facts.
He about to take that.
I agree with that.
But defensive. I need to see. I'm gonna tell you right now. On that first defensive drive from us, between the 20s, it was a little shaky at first. But then that's what remember. Hold on, got to knock some rust off with these guys. You know what I mean? First time in this defense, and these ain't all the starters on the defense.
Right.
So everybody ain't gonna be all the tip top and whatever. But this week, I need to see it.
Billy Mike, what's up, man?
What up, Mike? This week, I need to see something. The defense, I like what I see from the linebackers. I'm not 100% sold on Zach Bond. I need to see more from him, and I need to see it consistent. But right now, my top two linebackers are Devin White, Trotter, Dean, and then Bond, then Dean, and then we'll go on after that. I like what I see from Jalen Hunt too, y'all.
Oh
He
yeah,
flashed a little bit too.
Yeah.
Jalen Hunt flashed a
my
bit.
words back on him. He gonna be good.
Jalen Hunt flashed a bit. I like what I seen from him.
Yeah.
What about you,
man,
Quasi?
What I took from the defense, man, like I said, Dogger, when we was doing our live stream, so I wasn't really just holding them accountable too much because like this their first game, they getting that stiffness out of their legs and all that. So, but I was most impressed on the defensive side, man. I gotta go with Keely Ringo and Quinyon Mitchell. I like what I saw from Devin White as well, and also Isaiah Rogers, man. I know he got beat on that slant, but you saw what he did though when he tried to pull that ball up out. So that's good to see, man. Seeing the corner get beat, but he's still not giving up on a play. So I was impressed with that play, even though he didn't make the play. But other than that, I like what I saw from Mora Jumbo a little bit, and and another thing too, the second string offensive line, man, I was so impressed with them. Like that was crazy. Like I was impressed with everybody on the second string offensive line. But yeah, man,
It's the Philly thing. Got a problem with anybody named Kenny. You said cut Kenny Pickett and Gainwell. I bet you he ain't like South Park.
Yeah, now Kenny Pickett, he kind of was mid like towards after that second drive, but the most thing the most group that impressed me the most was the running back group. The David Pierce dude, number 35, he impressed me the most on offense. To me, that's just my opinion. He impressed me the most, number 35. I like the way he runs.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the offense as well. But one thing that I want to say about this defense as well, man. Look, we talk about like we've been lacking a lot on the linebacker core. Okay, but now the people in this building, the coaching staff matters, man. And I think one of the reasons why this our linebacker is playing better, or at least just preseason, is playing better, is one of the reasons why is because we brought the guy from the Titans on. I forgot I know his last name is King. Yeah. So and he's a really, really good coach as well, linebackers coach. So I think Trotter, and I've been saying, man, Trotter, I think he's gonna be a stud. Maybe not better than Adrian Cooper, but I really think he's gonna be a stud in this league, and I think he's gonna be a stud for us as well. He's gonna help us tremendously. Now, do you think there's a possibility, in Trotter beating Zach? Because right now it is Devin White, Zach Bond. Okay. Do you think there's a possibility that actually Trotter can beat Zach Bond for the starting week 1?
I think it's possible. For sure.
Very possible.
I think he already better than him, to be honest. But it's just like a coach Fangio thing. He just like Zach Bond a lot, so you know how they go.
What do you think?
I think it's possible, but I don't think he's going to beat him in week 1. Yeah. I think by week 3 he will though, because I think Fangio's going to give him that opportunity. Yep. I think Fangio's going to give Bond that opportunity first, and if Trotter happens to rotate in and keeps performing better than he does, and Fangio's just going to be like, "Hey, man, got to give it to the young buck."
Yeah, I agree. I can see that happening.
What about that cornerback too, Kelly Ringo? Because we saw Kelly when he balled out, man. I'm not gonna lie, Kelly when he balled out this preseason against the Ravens, and throughout training camp he's been balling out. Do you think there's a possibility of him beating Isaiah Rodgers for the cornerback too as well?
I think it's still a competition, but I think Isaiah Rodgers is the clear better corner though, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised if he beat him out though, because Kelly Ringo is a good cornerback, bro.
Facts.
I agree.
What do you think, Michael?
That's facts. I agree. I agree with that. When it comes down to it, let me say it like this: if you have a team that has more than 2 receivers with a decent third, you ain't got much to worry about. We don't have much to worry about in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it could be situationally by game, because if you got that bigger physical receiver on an outside, that's where you can use Ringo, because Ringo's a bigger physical, get up on you, put hands on you type of corner. As to whereas Isaiah Rodgers, you could actually bring him off coverage on a more smaller receiver. So it depends on. I think it depends on the matchup you have at receiver each week, where you could switch either one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fact. Now, how do you guys like this Vic Fangio scheme? We've seen a little bit of against the Ravens. He blitzed a lot more of the linebackers. And that's something that we've been missing. It's like on the blitz. The past 2-3 years. How do you guys feel with going into the season with Vic Fangio's scheme?
That's the scheme we have to go with right now.
What happened, Michael? Say it again.
That's the scheme we have to go with right now, because when it look at what we went through last year with defense. Mm-hmm. All of us, we were all looking at that, knowing that what defense was getting called, what offense was getting called, because it's like we looked at it like, oh, we played that on Madden. It was that bad last year. So
like that's facts.
It was that bad. So what we got with Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, like this is heaven coming to us right now.
Facts.
So I just like what we I like that there was a little bit of, like, they was aggressive in the preseason game. I know it was still vanilla, but you saw some aggression in some of those play calls. So I'm just happy about that. Like how he blitzed Quinyon Mitchell too on that one snap. He almost got to the quarterback, but yeah, stuff like that, man. We need that's what we need for this defense. Like, we need to be aggressive.
What about you, Stu?
I look at it as what I seen on Friday. I know I'm not. It's going to look different during the season because of the players that we're gonna have in the lineup. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be disguised and it's going to be shown differently. I don't have much of a problem with it, but there are some tweaks that I can see that need to be made to it. But I just hope the linebackers that we use during the season can actually hold up to the assignment. Because if they can, and we stay healthy, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can see us being one of those top 10 defenses.
Top 10, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you guys think it can be a possibility of us being of this defense being a top 10 defense?
Yeah.
If everybody can play their role in the scheme, if everybody can execute like Stu said, then we all right. But really, like what Stu said, man, it really depends on a lot with the linebacker core, bro. I feel like Devin White gonna hold it down. It just, like you said, we about to see what we got in Trotter and Zach Bond. So if they can just give us a little bit of half of what Kaiser White gave us in 2022, we'll be fine.
I agree.
We'll be all right.
I look at it, it's not just the linebacker core. We gotta look at what we did in that back half. That back half was, man, they were throwing the ball like me and you could have been able to throw touchdowns in that back half. Like, it was that bad. We had to go out there and get Gardner Johnson. We had to get some swagger, man. It was horrible. That back half was horrible. With the linebackers, we know how terrible the linebacking core was. We got to the point.
Hey, why you just mentioned the back end? Hey, Bradbury didn't look too bad at safety though.
That is the only surprise, because you want to talk about somebody I was not a true fan of. I was not a true fan of James Bradbury. For them to put him in secondary, I was a little iffy about it, but I'm starting getting a little bit more confident with him being in a second as a safety than him being at corner.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all though. But okay, y'all know that Jane got hurt, and it was looking like. Well, I meant to ask y'all, do y'all feel like he would have started in a slot over Quinyon Mitchell, just based off what the team was saying? Y'all think he would have started over Mitchell?
I think Quinyon Mitchell would have started over James Bradbury hands down. Look at the tape.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Dejane, because he got injured. They was about him starter reps in that position before training camp started. So, because we was kind of stacked there on the outside.
Mitchell would have beat Dejane out for that. He would have beat Dejane out. Dejane would have had to beat. He'd have had to win his spot at safety.
Let me ask you.
Dejane would have had to win that safety spot.
Let me ask y'all this: do you trust James Bradbury over Dejane for real?
Only because
you hesitated enough. You have a lot more tape with James Bradbury.
No.
You have with this
you only have tape of James Bradbury at corner or in the slot. You do not have tape on him at safety. So the fact that he has the NFL experience and has the game speed at the NFL level, I would trust Bradbury more at safety than I would at Dejane at this particular moment, because he knows the NFL speed of the game and he has the NFL experience, to where he knows where the corners are going to be because he played that position. So he knows he'll know as a safety where he needs to basically be at.
But you're not giving him much wiggle room, though. You're not giving him much wiggle room when it comes to having a mistake. Because once he makes a mistake, you're going to throw the Ricky in there that quick, because you already know what he's already capable of doing. He's capable of being cooked like Steph Curry.
He just can't help him.
But here's the thing about I say the same thing about Bradbury.
Throwing your hat the ground to James Bradbury getting cooked.
I say the same thing about James Bradbury that I said about Jalen Mills. Put both of their asses back there at safety. You can't fall for the double move. You can't fall for the double move if both moves are made in front of you.
He was hitting. If that ball was coming down that sideline, that receiver, you were guaranteed you would see Jalen Mills come flying and jarring that ball loose.
You didn't hear what I said, though. I said, no, what I said about them is you can't fall for the double move if both the moves happen in front of you. You know Jalen Mills stayed falling for the double move. And don't act like he didn't. That's why I said throw him back there in safety. You can't fall for the double move if both moves happen in front of you.
He was a safety out of college anyway. He translated to corner when he got to the league. He was a safety.
Yeah, that's what Jalen Mills. Yeah.
That's a fact. So now, look, this offense, man. Because there was, like I said in the beginning, man, there was a lot of bright spot everywhere, man. But this offense, they ball out on this preseason as well. All right. Besides Kenny Pickett, okay. Let's talk about this running back core, man, because I think it's wide open. Pause. All right. Shipley, man, I was like, how did the one that got me into Shipley? I'm not gonna lie, man. And I saw some of his taped some of his highlights as well. And whenever he was at Clemson, and he can do everything, man. He can catch. He can run between the tackles. He can block as well. And I think he's gonna be special, and I think maybe he can even beat Gainwell for the number 2 running back. So how do you guys feel going through the season about this running back core group?
I already got Shipley a running back too.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know you got him. I know you got him at running back too. Still. Now, do you think the Eagles is thinking the same way? Do you think they got him at running back number 2 right now, especially of how much they like Gainwell? Even though
no, you know Nick Sirianni loved Kenny.
Yep, that's his favorite. That's the only reason why he's still on the
Ain't
roster.
about Nick Sirianni anymore. It's about Kellen Moore. He runs with two running backs. You've seen in Dallas, he ran with Tony Pollard. He ran with Zeke Elliott. So he's going to run with the two. If he's not going to run with that, or find some sort of way to get a fullback there. It will be some sort of blocking back that's going to be back there for Saquon Barkley and Hurts.
He likes a lot of 2 tight end and 3 tight end sets too.
Absolutely. Yup. And I'm gonna shine on. He's going to shine on. There's a couple guys that are going to shine on that offense.
That's why I say Goddard going to be eating this year.
Whew.
Yes. Wait until you get the guy out of FSU.
Go ahead,
I
Wesley.
was impressed. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
I was gonna say I was impressed with the running back room. I like what Will Shipley was able to do on his drive, but almost, bro, number 35 still. I'm sorry. Like I just like the way he was running. He was running downhill. I was just imagining like how he would look behind our starting offensive line. Like he was hitting them hoes, man. Like pause, but I like what I saw.
I want to see the whole running back room behind our starting offensive line. See who I'm telling you right now. Look, if I think behind our starting offensive line, the guys you really going to see show out is going to be Saquon, Shipley, Kendall Milton going to show out.
I like what I saw.
He will show out, especially around down by the goal line, short yardage. Oh, Kendall Milton going to show out. Oh,
I like what I saw.
But
that'd
we
be
were
something.
talking about this offensive line, man. You know, because I think, and by the way, anybody out there that thought that we're gonna take a step back, you know, because Kelsey retired, and hey, Kelsey was the best center in the league, man. Even at 34, 35 years old, all right, he was still one of the best out there, if not the best, all right. But I don't think we're gonna take a step back at all, you know, on this because we have too much power, you know, on this offensive line. And like, even though we only lost Tanner, we only lost Kelsey, we gotta think Jurgens. He was chosen by Kelsey as well. You know, he's the one pretty much that drafted Kelsey. I mean, that drafted Jurgens. All right. Now this offensive line, the second string, even the third string as well, man, they were dominant. Okay, besides team getting, you know, 2 flags and all that, overall they were dominant. How do you guys feel about this offensive line going to the season, man? Mike, go ahead, go first, Mike.
See, here's the thing about it. I don't know how many times I must reiterate my statement when it comes to the offensive line. If they are coached by Stout, I have no doubt. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about it. When we talk about the O-line, as long as Stoutland there, I ain't worried, man. I'm good. I'm good. Stout gonna get him right. Stout gonna get you right. And if you ain't right, Stout ain't gonna put you out there.
I agree with that. I look at it like if it was any other team that had Jason Kelsey and he retired, I don't think there's not a lot of teams, or maybe a handful of teams that would have done what we did. We prepared 3 years ago. When we won the Super Bowl, we already put it in and already prepared for this. So when he retired, we got Cam Jurgens. We're gonna keep running. Like, we're not like all this gap, we're gonna downgrade it. No, I'm not worried about it.
Like y'all don't even understand. Stoutland is making another Jordan Mailata right now. He is in the process of creating one that we just got in the draft from over in Australia. He never played football before.
No, wait, we didn't draft him, right? We got him on free agent.
Yeah,
no,
he was drafted, right?
He was drafted. Yeah, we got him through the that fucking program, the overseas program, the international program.
Draft.
Yeah, the international program the NFL got. Yeah.
He did like a right tackle or right guard, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tackle.
Bro, imagine Jordan Mailata on the left and him on the right. Oh my God.
Another big six.
You got
another
Lane Johnson.
6'5",
We're even preparing for Lane Johnson's retirement too. Like, what y'all there for this?
Another 6'7", 300-pounder.
Prepare for this. Howie is on his dime, man. Howie's not playing around, man. Howie's that guy.
How you gonna find you another Polynesian, 6'7", 320+ pound Australian rugby player again?
Oh man.
Yeah.
What do you think, Quasi?
But yeah, I was impressed with the like I said, I feel like Makai Becton, he got that position locked down now. Tyler Steen had a few calls called on him in the preseason game, but we got a lot of depth at the offensive line. So, and what's the other guy named? Trevor Keegan, dude. Like he had a good game as well too. Like I'm looking forward to seeing stuff. But it's good to have depth, man. We got a lot of depth on the offensive line this season, so that's good for our team. Like Stu said, we got the best offensive line coach in the game. So, man, look, maybe he can turn Makai Becton career over, make him into an all pro or something, or all pro roller.
Facts. Now, do you guys think by week 1 Becton's gonna beat out Tyler Steen for the position?
Yeah, I think it's already set.
Yeah.
I don't even look.
Talk about
the moment Steen was out for an extended amount of time, and Becton was able to get them reps, it's over.
Game over.
It's over.
It's over for the period. Like you might want to hope one of them knock on wood, hope one of them go down to something. What up, Ash? What up?
Yeah, I feel you. Now let's talk a little bit about what are you guys are expecting for this Thursday night game, against the Patriots. Do you guys think that actually the starter is gonna play or on the offensive side of the ball? And what are you guys expecting overall from this game?
I would like to at least one series. I would like one, maybe 2 series, just to get something under their feet, because we can't have our starters there's only 3 games, not 4 anymore. So we got to get them rolling going into the regular season, because we can't have them together and have them start in week 1 in Brazil. And our first 4 games are nothing but dog fight. So let's get these dogs. Let's start releasing these dogs now. Let's get them going now.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we gotta play the starters. The Packers played Jordan Love their first preseason. So, they locked in and loaded. So it's only right that we get an opportunity to see this offense, especially to see how Saquon gonna look behind his line. So yeah, man, we definitely gotta get them.
I look at it like this: give them a series or 2 this week. Next week, give them the whole first half, and then sit them until game 1.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, and to add on to that,
I'm the same boat too, man.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Quasi.
I was just gonna say, because you said for the next preseason game, I'm just gonna say, I feel like the defense is gonna turn up. They're gonna turn up this game as well. Then we doing the joint practice, so I feel like the defense they're gonna look a lot better than the first game for sure. You're gonna see. I feel like Quinn Mitchell gonna pick this game, and I feel like one of these pass rushers backup, they're gonna do that.
I gotcha. And I definitely look. We saw how it was last year. Whenever they didn't start, especially now that we have 2 new coordinators. The starters have to start. Same thing that Vic Benjo said. Look, This is a new scheme. How are you gonna learn the scheme if you're not playing? You gotta like, yeah, whenever they have practice on, it's competitive and all, but you actually gotta be on a game scenario, for you to learn, like for you to go through the growing pain and all of that as well, especially under a new scheme, And let's be honest, California scheme is a little more complicated as well, especially from what we had last season, that everything was just vertical all the time, So they need to be out there, and we don't have that pain, that growing pain week one whenever we play the Packers in Brazil.
Oh yeah, you gotta let them get out there, get them growing pains out, get them shake that rust off, get them used to really hitting somebody, so that way when it comes time for that week one, it's not something that's unfamiliar to them. Get them used to tackling, so that way when when the games start and they start counting, well, that was one of the major problems with our defense last year, tackling.
Tackling, bro. That's, man, I used to get so bad.
Damn,
That shit
last
was
year.
ridiculous.
Wasn't it?
And I sat there so many times, like, and a lot of times that we were screaming about Bradbury, tackles, because he was missing tackles. Yeah, he would get cooked on a couple routes here and there, but bro, most of the time, bro, you just couldn't tackle worth a damn.
Mm-hmm.
And we already know what Slay said when they talk about tackling. So let's not all get all surprised this season if we look at Slay and it don't look like he really trying to hit nobody. Cause we already know what he said about tackling. He wanted to grow up. He wanted to be able to remember his kids.
I was gonna ask you guys that, man. How do you guys feel about what Slay said, saying that he doesn't really want to tackle because he want to play longer in the league, he doesn't want to get hurt, to be with his kids and all that. How do you guys feel about that? Because I was pissed off, man. I'm not gonna lie. You chose that profession to be a football player, especially being a cornerback, So you gotta tackle. You gotta tackle. That's part of your what is it called? The job description. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta tackle.
Hold on. We have to remember. We all have to remember in which the context in which he said that. He said that in context of he seen how they all used to tackle back in the days when seven of them like. A lot of them ain't care about their damn bodies, and a lot of them brains ain't right now either.
Yep.
And that was in the context of what he was saying. Right. So in that context and what he was saying, yeah, I get it. I don't want to be sitting there. I don't want to be sitting there vegetable brain later on and don't remember my damn family neither. So I want to be able to remember who my kids is too. And who my family members are. So I get what he's saying. He ain't got a problem with tackling. He just ain't trying to be out there hitting, putting his head and neck in the way, getting his brain scrambled. That's what he's saying. And that's what everybody's taking all out of it, all getting all blown up. Y'all looking at it the wrong way. He ain't say he wasn't trying to tackle. He just said he ain't trying to put his head and neck out there in the way and get his brain scrambled like that and be hitting like they was talking about back in the day.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Now, when you think about it like that,
that's perfect. I mean, you can't go back. I mean, the man is looking out for it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for the team. But at the end of the day, I gotta look out. I gotta look out for team me.
Hey, hey, what Cat? What do you say? Sometimes you gotta start to think about your star player. You got to stay in tune to think about your star player.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. I feel like Slay got a different mindset. Like I don't really get that playing vibes like I got. So I feel like Slay's locked in. So I feel like he gonna be with sure. And then another hot take too. I feel like, bro, once we get Cindy Brown back on this roster, bro, I'm telling you, this one our defense gonna be ranked the highest it's ever been in the season coming up. When we get him back on the field, because we got two dogs on with attitude on our team. We got CJ Gardner Johnson, we got Kevin White, then you got Sidney Brown. Once he get on the field with them folks, it ain't gonna be no more playing around on his defense. That's how I know when he come back, he gonna beat everybody else. He gonna be starting this season. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, he's gonna be starting sometime this season. So once he get on the field, we're not gonna be like how we was last year. I'm telling you. He already showed me in the 49ers game what he was on. So I'm already know when we get home, it's on the crack for sure.
Sidney Brown might change the whole dynamic of that whole back end. The whole back end.
You know, but he's missile. He just got to learn to put himself under control and play and play with the proper technique. If you're gonna be running around hitting people like that, at least play with proper technique and make sure you hit them the right way, boy. Because I'm telling you,
one hit.
Overall, I just throwing his body around with reckless abandon. I'm telling you, he be trying to hurt
Sanders, bro. And that's scary. You remind me of Bob Sanders from Indianapolis. That's scary, man.
He's my favorite safety. My favorite safety all the time.
I live out here in his hometown.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like we got the right mindset. You know, hopefully we can put it on the field. We got younger enough. We really ain't no excuse. They just gotta work and show up, show what they can do.
Oh, let me ask you guys this, man. There's a serious question right here, right? Because you know how most of us were down at Nick Sirianni last year. Okay, so let's put on this scenario. Okay, the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. Kellen Moore's cocky on this offense. Now, what do you guys do? Do you let Kellen Moore walk out, to be a head coach, or do you let go of Nick Sirianni and you make Kellen Moore your head coach? Because we all know that Nick Sirianni cannot outplay. We all know that. All right. So what would you guys do?
We already know. We already know right now that it's got to the point. Nick Sirianni, you pissed away an opportunity. How did you piss away these opportunities? You got rid of your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator. Guess what they're doing now? They're flourishing in Indianapolis, and they will be flourishing in Arizona. Arizona's going to be the surprise team of the NFL. I'm talking that down, hands down. Then you turn around, and you tried to replace your coordinator, and that was a complete disaster. So now as a general manager, I gave you the opportunity to replace them, and you couldn't do that, and you gave us a tank show. Well, you had your opportunity. Now I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna put these two in. You're gonna be a head coach because you don't have control of the X's and O's on offense. That's telling more. Vic Fangio's not giving up that on defense. All I need you to do back to that coach and make sure these men are prepared.
Hey, y'all know who that kind of sounds staticky. Like it sounds like something. I don't know if y'all noticed it. It sounds like something. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Is that me or
Yeah, I can hear it statically too.
I've been hearing it for a while.
Hold on, let me see something.
But yeah, I agree, bro. We don't make it to the NFC Championship or a Super Bowl this year. He gotta go, bro. Like I get it, he had a good record, but he had coaches that really did that. He's a great motivational coach. Other than that, he really don't do anything to motivate. It showed last year. Offensive coordinator left and did stuff when he was able to hire who he wanted. He was calling the plays.
Actually, didn't hire who he wanted. That's the thing about it. He did no. Here's the thing about it, and I don't know if y'all heard the reports. The stories came out that last year after we lost the Super Bowl, the coordinators he wanted, because he had already knew that Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen was going to get head coaching jobs. The coordinators he wanted had already gotten jobs. He wanted Kellen Moore last year after he got fired from the Dallas Cowboys. He wanted Vic Fangio last year, but Jonathan Gannon took too long trying to decide on whether he was going to go to the Cardinals or not. So Fangio went ahead and took the job in Miami. Sirianni wanted those two last year. He hired the ones they got. He didn't even hire Desai and Matt Patricia.
That was horrible.
That was a Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie thing. He only hired Brian Johnson because that was what he had left, and he figured him and Jalen had the relationship with each other that they'd known each other so long. He figured go ahead and give him the job. He didn't really want them. He wanted the ones he has now. So
but still, how does that cover up his play?
But at the same time, you also have to understand last year coming into last season, Nick Sirianni at that point had more play calling experience in the NFL than Brian Johnson did. Brian Johnson had 0.
I agree. But also when you look at that, what really put Nick Sirianni over the top to put him over the hot seat was very simple. AJ Brown got paid, Devontae Smith got paid, Jalen Hurts got paid. Those are 3 top players that got paid. So at the end of the day, there's now no excuses. When your star quarterback came out his mouth and said that this was a severed relationship and it was unhealthy, the sports media got to a firestorm to the point they're putting him on a hot seat just like that. They're putting him on a hot seat just as
Jalen.
Hold
on, I never heard Jalen say that.
Oh,
what he said?
That article that said that Jeremy Fowler had, he didn't call that an unhealthy relationship that they had.
When? I never heard Jalen say that. Where was that? I never heard that. Somebody need to hear that soundbite.
Jeremy Fowler and Tim McManus had the report on ESPN talking about Jalen Hurts was talking about the relationship between him and Nick Sirianni was an unhealthy relationship.
Their report was that it was reported from people within the building that Jalen never said that. It was never reported. Jalen said it was said that it was reported within the building that their relationship at times had become unhealthy and it was fractured. From what we heard is from what they both Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts both said was before the end of the year meeting, they both sat down and they had a conversation about what was going to happen going forward. And after that, a reporter had asked Jalen in the locker room while he was cleaning out his locker. He was like, "So, do you understand it? Do you know what Nick Sirianni's if he's gonna be here or where he's gonna be next week?" And Jalen specifically said, "I wasn't under the impression he was going anywhere."
Yeah, I remember.
Right, yeah, he did say that. Yup. That's on point.
So, but now, this whole story starting to come out now. This is all stuff that was talked about and discussed 6-7 months ago and was already dealt with.
Yeah, it's just something
a story about.
So you're saying they're trying to put oil on a fire that hasn't even already extinguished.
It's already soaking wet with ocean water still.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what this is. That's why you heard that, just recently they did an interview where Nick Sirianni and both Jalen Hurts said, it was a time for growth. It was a time for building and time for learning each other. Nick Sirianni said, like every relationship, they always take work. And we're both excited to move in and grow and work on things and get better together. Like I said, they're throwing, like I said, they're trying to relight a fire that's actually sitting at the bottom of the Atlantic.
What were you gonna say, Willie?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but since we let's just move on to the next topic. Y'all know that we're saying that the Eagles are looking for another wide receiver, possibly be getting John Mechie or probably on a Renfro. So I wanted to get y'all takes on. Y'all feel like we need another wide receiver for that third spot?
They don't need no other wide receiver. They got one. Yo, you see that game? Yo, Johnny Wilson from FSU, 6'7". My man can block. My man can catch in the red zone. He is another dangerous red zone threat. Yo, Kellen's gonna put him. Oh God, yo, I can, man. He might be one of them dudes. If you was in a 15-man fantasy football league, I would say you guys will get him, man, just because he's just somebody on there, man. For real. That's how confident I think this guy is. Like, he is looking phenomenal in training camp and in preseason. I don't think we got no other.
But I also, at times in between the 20s, I want to see some of Britton Covey. I believe he can use him kind of like he used Beasley.
Yeah.
You can use Covey the way he used Beasley in Dallas.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Quentin.
Go ahead. My bad. I'm just gonna say too. We linked to Adam Thielen too. But I mean, if we can get another wide receiver, I'm cool with that. Just to say we got another one, just add on our roster. But I mean, I'm still cool with what we got. We kind of got a lot of good players, bro. Still got Paris Campbell. We got plenty of right.
He's a faster version. He'd be faster than Cole Beasley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you this, man. Like, I'm okay with what we have right now. I don't want anybody else. I'm okay with Johnny Wilson. I'm okay with Paris Campbell, and I'm okay with John Ross as well because he did ball out on. He did pretty good as well, against the Ravens. And of course the Covey as well. Like Stu said, like using him Kellen Moore using him like he did Cole Beasley. I think Covey can actually be very dominant on the slot receiver and on the flanks as well. So I'm more than okay right now on the wide receiver 3.
See that like when it comes down to the slot, he's not even the one that's going to be in the slot. Yo, Kellen Moore got daggone to Smith in the slot. He is going to cook. I'm talking.
Who you say? Devontae
Smith.
About 7 to 10 touchdowns. He's going to cook this year, man.
But yeah, the thing is, look, this is the thing though, because Kellen Moore is even AJ Brown's being used on the spot as well under Kellen Moore, in training camp as well. So he's using not just Devontae Smith, but AJ Brown, which AJ Brown took some of the slant, like the 2% of slants that we used last year, that AJ Brown ran, like he was dominant. Like nobody could have, he's so big that nobody can, block him or anything like that, So I think this is, man, it's gonna be special. This season is gonna be special. That's all I gotta say, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm sitting here envisioning 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard rusher, and 1,000-yard tight end.
I'll take it.
I'm sitting here thinking about this offense. If I'm looking the way I'm looking at it, and how Kellen Moore, because I got Dallas Cowboys from when they had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. Still had. I'm sitting there looking at that, and I'm like, wait a minute, our receiver. No, we finna cook. We finna cook.
We about to cook.
Yeah, we about to cook.
We about to cook like Curry did against France. Let's go.
And they're gonna make it juices, man. Jalen got all the help for this.
Against Serbia. Boy, he lit Serbia up from the first quarter. Boy, he was on Serbia ass from the first quarter.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get off on a hot streak again, man. Like we did this season.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, though, all 4 of them AFC North games, they dog fights. All of them.
Yep.
Even
I can't wait to see the Ravens. This is
that
good.
it's gonna be a dog fight. I'm telling y'all.
Let me
We
ask
got the
y'all this.
Ravens,
Let me ask you guys this question.
Steelers.
If we go
Somebody else.
2-2 or let's say 1-3 in the first 4 games, are we hitting the panic button?
No.
You said if we go 1-3?
So 1-3 or 2-2 in the first 4 games, we hit the panic
Oh, I'm sorry. I want Nick Sirianni fired. If we start off 1-3, I'm fired. Immediately. I want him fired immediately.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie. He gotta
I'm
go.
not having it.
He gotta
I'm not
go.
having it. No,
And
I'm
Stu,
not-
before you go, Stu, look,
Unacceptable.
Stu, let me tell you
Unacceptable. No,
something,
sir.
Stu.
No,
Look,
sir.
let me go.
No,
Let me go before anything.
1-3 is
I gotta see
unacceptable.
this real
No,
quick.
sir.
Time out. This is why y'all can't say that. Y'all just said Nick Sirianni don't call plays, offense or defense. So if we 1-3 or 2-2 and he ain't calling the plays, how the hell you having him fired? You make no sense.
No, hold on, wait a minute. Because he can't, hold on. You know he's stubborn now. He'll do some shit to fuck the game up. He'll do some shit. He's still head coach. He still got to prove it. He still got to prove it, though, Stu.
He ain't got control of the offense or the defense. So if the offense ain't putting enough points, they ain't on him. And if the defense ain't getting those stops, they ain't on him. How he getting fired?
Because
I'm telling you, it's gonna be his fault. It's gonna be his fault somehow. It's gonna be his fault. It's gonna be his fault.
Look, if we start slow like that, Stu, and he cannot adjust, okay, he cannot do anything, you know. Let's say Kellen Moore. Just listen.
And
One second. Look, if he can go and he cannot make no adjustment whatsoever, okay, and Kellen Moore is not doing his job, and he cannot play, why have him there?
If that's our record and we only losing those games by like 1 or 2 points, that's his fault.
Yep. I'm telling you, we better not be. On God, we better not be trailing at halftime with him. I'm not bullshitting this year. God, I'm not. I'm sorry. I ain't. My patience is thin with him. I'm sorry.
I'm the same way, man.
We better even trail one game. Oh God, that's how thin I'm on him.
Y'all saying
that's what time I'm on. Oh God,
he ain't
this shit.
he got no control of either side of the ball, but he at fault for it. I'm not getting that.
No, it's not that he's at fault, but still, he cannot adjust and he cannot do
He's the
anything
head
about
coach,
it.
though, bro. It's gonna be
Michael,
his fault while we fuck up, bro. It's gonna be.
How do you feel about that, Michael?
If it's easy and simple. Like when it comes down to Nick Sirianni, I do agree. He doesn't call the plays, but let me ask you this. I've already stated previously, you got rid of two of your offense coordinators. Yes, now knowing that your upper management replaced your two coordinators, but at the end of the day, like, you don't think that there are 2 guys that are sitting back licking their chops, waiting for him to. They're waiting for him to and that is my man Bill Belichick and his former linebacker Mike Vrabel. They're waiting. They're waiting for this to happen.
Vrabel makes sense, but Bill Belichick doesn't.
Yeah, I like him as a DC, but not head coach.
Bill Belichick's
I like him as a
everybody's
DC,
great
but not
on.
head coach.
It doesn't matter who it is, because
But
at the end of the day, Philadelphia is the best destination.
He might be on everybody's radar, but he makes no sense in Philadelphia because Bill Belichick will want control of the roster, which is something Howie Roseman is not giving up.
He can't draft. He cannot draft. He can't draft.
I'm just telling you that he's on everybody's radar. If you mess up this season and you're on the hot seat, you're on Dallas' radar. You might be on the Steelers' radar. You're on a lot of radars. As
they're on. I'm telling you, Vrabel would be the more likely one for us because he don't worry about having control of the roster.
I think he fits perfectly. That's exactly what our city's all about. He's gritty. He said that they're gritty. We're gritty. We were the perfect match. I agree with you.
Only way I take Bill is if he don't try to come in with the old fashioned shit, bro.
The thing about that is now you're putting a defensive minded head coach as your head coach with your quarterback.
And who?
But at least he can call a play. At least
Not
he
worried
can
about
call
that. But the
something.
reason why is he has.
He'll run the ball too.
What ways is Vrabel? You think Fangio is giving up play calling on defense?
No.
I
That's
think
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Still, what I'm saying, like, I don't think Vengeance gonna give play calling at all. But what I'm saying, if something he defends, Vrabel, he's the head coach at the end of the day. He's like, yo, this is not working. I'm gonna be making the call from now on. You know, Nick Sirianni's not gonna do that because he can't.
You know what Fangio will tell him? Man, you can kiss my ass.
He's the head coach. He's like, okay, you kiss my ass.
Fangio got more stroke in Philadelphia than Mike Vrabel does. I promise you that.
He's so old school. He's old
Still,
school.
no, look,
Fangio started his career.
you being a fan, you know that the Eagles fan will go out. It doesn't matter if you're God. If you're not producing in Philadelphia, the fan is gonna go punch your ass.
Yep.
And if it's big, it doesn't matter if you're a big Danger, it doesn't matter if you're Nick, it doesn't matter if you're Jalen Hurts.
Bro.
It doesn't matter who you are. You know that's
Look,
true.
Y'all think those coaches be listening to us fans and give a damn what the hell us fans say?
No.
Do y'all think those coaches
Well,
be
I
doing?
know one thing. If enough fans say something, oh, somebody's talking.
The only people that's talking is the damn media. Because they're
You're
going
telling me that if we step back, if about, we'll say 100,000 people were right out in front of Jeffrey Lurie's office, all yelling to fire Nick Sirianni, I guarantee you between that and the power of social media and the internet, he would be fired.
How many
Man,
people
his
you
ass
think?
out of there. He on the hot seat. Trust me.
Yo, the technology is too much pressure now. We're not back in the early 90s anymore where we've been talking like a guy in Texas is talking about something that we don't even know about. That guy in Texas can talk and we'll hear him 2 seconds later. When it comes down to the technology and what goes on, as soon as Twitter or something blows up of somebody needs to go, I guarantee you these owners are quick to be like, we need to listen to our fans. Boom, you're out of there. Like,
You
come on,
have
how
to
many
force
people
them.
have you seen that won 12, 10, 11 games per season and is fired? A bunch.
Yeah, bro, we've been out trap. We've been out trap 1 year this year. I'm dead serious. His ass out of there.
Boy, y'all
trying to hear this shit. Sorry.
Boy, this shit hurt your
been out
pride.
trap 1 time. Your fault, God.
Quezzy is dead. Quezzy.
Bro, we're not doing this shit this season, Stu. We just went through this bullshit, bro. We're not doing it.
Hey, Stu, look, we cannot waste Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith on AJ Brown.
We gotta get us a chill.
And prime like that, bro. This is a prime that I don't believe the Eagles ever gave two number 1 wide receivers, a top 3 running back, like a top 3 on like it cannot be wasted.
I'm sorry. I sit here and have us all sitting here whining and crying like we sounded like a bunch of Cowboys fans, like we are in their situation right now. We are not in the situation of the Cowboys.
No,
what the hell?
No, not at all.
We just need Nick Sirianni to stay out the way. Don't be the reason why we lose.
Like we Cowboys. What is we doing? We sitting good right now. We shouldn't even be talking about nonsense like this. What is we even discussing? What is this? What is this Cowboy delusion that rubbed up on us? What is going on here? What are we discussing here? Why are we discussing negativity like we sitting here with our top players unsigned and our coach on a lame duck contract? No, we sitting here looking good right now. Our whole offense is bad. We got younger and faster on defense with a better defensive coordinator. What is red? Y'all better worry
about default.
Matter of fact, you better make sure Jerry Jones gets some urgency about signing CD Lamb. That's what you better do. You better worry about that.
Y'all need to worry about that. Ghost on y'all ass up.
I ain't gotta tell Reddy about that. I ain't gotta tell Reddy. Reddy Red said last year after that game, he said, "Man, look, you can pack Dak ass up in a UPS box and ship his ass off right now."
Reddy Red, what's up with Trey Lance, bro? That man,
He looked like shit. What do you mean? Between him and Justin Fields, they look like shit. They look like shit. Yo, my man Cooper Rush was out there balling. Yo, he got that second joint on lock. Yo, Trey Lance is a fuck.
Right, look, whoever was talking about Justin Fields going to be starting by half the season for Russell Wilson, yeah, y'all can go ahead and cancel that shit.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. And guess what? You're not even gonna know who the starting quarterback for the Steelers by the end of the season. I'm gonna do that.
Hey, let me tell y'all this though. I went to the Titans preseason game.
Boy, before they start Justin Fields, ask them to trade them Kenny Pickett back.
Hey, I went to the Titans game, man. The Titans look pretty good on offense. Calvin really looked pretty good. Tony Pollard was running the ball pretty good. I like I can see them winning like
he got the ass end of the deal. They told him, hey, go out there and run 2,000 yards without a blocker. They screwed him so bad.
You're right.
Hey, Red.
I can care less about a Cowboys running back. You know? Just throwing it out there.
I was just about to ask if he got that wheelchair ready for Zeke when he out on the field.
Did you see him going to the
Did he fumble like
Zeke need his AARP card.
But hey, man, we've been a little bit over an hour and 10 minutes, man. You know, we have 15 people in the chat, man. I appreciate all you guys that came out, you know, on supporting and all. Make sure you subscribe to all the panels. The links on the description below as well. You know, now before we get out of here, man, let me hear all your final thoughts. You know, where we can find you on all your final thoughts as well, man. You can start first, Michael.
Yo, I want to thank you for letting me come on here. Yo, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Guys, go ahead and tune into the one Skyboxx that goes on every Saturday at 7 p.m. But when it comes down to the Eagles, I like what I see so far. I like everything I'm seeing right now. I like the young. I like the hunger going on. I mean, all the drama that's going on. It seems like we're closing our ears to it, and we're just going down. We're just doing what we need to do. We need to go back. We want to step back and just do away the no ads, do away all that, the iPhones, everything. We went back to PRs and just touch phones. Old school. That's what I think that we need to do. I think get back to that. Keep staying at that old school. Keep grinding. We're going to go fight.
For sure. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, Michael, appreciate you coming back on YouTube still. Y'all more than welcome to come on the channel anytime y'all want. We thought we was gonna have a whole gang on tonight. It would have been better if the other three guys was on too. But you know, we got life stuff, but they gotta handle their business. But I appreciate y'all both on the channel tonight.
You have anything to say, Stu, before we get out?
Yeah, man, I want to say thanks to y'all for letting me coming on, Mike. Pleasure to meet you, man, and I will definitely check you out, man. Definitely come check you out. As far as with the birds, man, look, I like what I saw so far, and I can't wait to see the progression of what's to come leading into the season, and hopefully the season. Hey, man, I'm not disagreeing with the championship game or bust. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying, if we 2-2 after the first, I ain't panicking. Them first four they gonna be some games right there now.
I ain't trying to hear this shit.
Starting off with the Packers now.
You already know I'm calling you first. His ass is out of here. I don't want to hear it.
So yeah, I mean, and that's gonna be a tough one too. So yeah, I mean, we gonna have tough ones in them first.
The first game was tough one. To be honest, first game was tough game.
It ain't like we coming out the box with no pushovers. You know what I mean? So
that's a great great game to like really test our defense. Like we're not playing Carolina. We're not playing a high school team. Like that's the game that literally will have the first big test. I love it. In Brazil too. So it's not in Philly. It's not.
Our first 5 games, we got some tough ones in there, man. So we gonna get tested early. So you know, I said when he asked that question, he said y'all gonna panic. No, we got some tough ones early, man. So we gonna have to come out. We gonna get tested, and we gonna have to show up. We can't just sit there and say, "Oh, that's the red. We get rid of the coach." No, we got some tough opponents to start the season, yo. So my thing is, I can't wait to see what the progression is, bro. Hopefully, we get to that bye week. Nice little 1 loss on the record, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And then just float from there. But hey, fellas, appreciate y'all for having me. Mike, pleasure, bro.
Michael, still
appreciate both of you guys coming. Oh, go ahead, Quasi.
No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna sub you, Mike.
Shoot me you guys an email. I want to get you all 3 of you guys on my show.
Would you say that again?
Shoot me your email. I want to get all 3 of you guys on my show.
I'm gonna get Doggy.
Hey, Mike, I'll send you Quasi's email to you.
Got you.
All right. I appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, I'll send it to y'all. Later, fellas.
So we'll see y'all Thursday, man. We're gonna be on this live again. Preseason.
Yeah.
All right.